OreoOlive.com. I'm your host, Scholar. As you know, Oreo and olives don't mix, but the abstract thought of putting those two words together has enlightened me to create a channel to talk about diverse topics. I want to talk today about this ice and snowstorm that we've had in the Mid-South, and I'm talking from Houston, Texas, all the way over to Memphis, Tennessee, and all the cities that are between those two particular cities. Now, it has been a pretty bad and drastic snowstorm to a sense where a lot of people have lost power, they have lost light, and had very limited access to those necessities and utilities. Also, I've heard from some people in Texas regarding a little bit of a food shortage and everything. And thinking this whole thing completely over, it makes me think and wonder if something else is worse to come, because it's almost like you having to prepare for a disaster or a sense of having something stored in the event if something like this happens again, because history does sometimes have a way of repeating itself. And my condolences go out to the families who have lost loved ones during this ice storm, during this snowstorm, due to the power outages, the water shutoffs, and the wrecks that's been taking place. As you know, there was a 100-car pileup somewhere as well in the U.S. where a few people died, a lot of people were injured. Of course, in Houston, Texas, they are still without power and without lights in some parts of the city. Some people have actually commented online. I'm sure some of you have seen the post that Bun B put out, which was very insightful, because sometimes you need to actually hear from the local residents to understand. I'm not actually there, so I don't know firsthand of what the present situation is like, but people I'm sure in Texas are probably posting that information up online and letting you know the nitty-gritty details in that regard. Now, I really hope that these utilities, if they are still off, I really hope that they do get turned back on, because when I think about these utilities being shut off and how cold it was during this ice storm, the first thing I thought about was the children and also the elderly as well, because children at times, depending on their age, cannot care for themselves, it's like adults can. And also the elderly, you know, may have a hard time getting around and getting the necessities that they need. And so it's definitely up to the community as well who are locally there, especially if they have family and stuff around. I will hope that the community in which that they are in are really helping out the elderly and the children who actually need help during this time. And so it's definitely, this is definitely a time to show a sense of humanity with people who are going through this terrible situation that's going on right now. Now, in the state of Arkansas, we've had a lot more ice. Most of the time we have more ice here than really any of the other states, because other states get a lot of snow. But I will say, for the most part, that the roads and stuff, it took them a couple of days to get cleared because of the infrastructure that we have. It's not necessarily, we don't have these snow plows like bigger cities will have. Now, Memphis, Tennessee, their roads were a little bit clearer once she was able to get out to the main roads and everything. And hopefully this will be a wake-up call to the different cities, not only Memphis, but West Memphis, Marion, Shelby County, Crittenden County, and any of the other smaller cities around, to get this infrastructure up in regards to the snow plows and the different necessary equipment to take care of these kind of snowstorms, to get it pretty much off the roads so that transportation does not stop. Now, it did get so bad in this area, especially in Shelby County, to a point to where the Memphis International Airport has shut down for a few days, which means no flights were able to get out. And also FedEx had to shut down for a few days. And that is big, because FedEx, of course, transports a lot of packages, as well as UPS that is here. And anybody that lives in Memphis know it's very rare that FedEx shuts down for anything. But it looks like they were able to still get some of the planes and stuff back up in the air. It looks like they are working on getting like packages and stuff like that out, which is great. And I really hope that we do not get ourselves, or not get ourselves, but I really hope that we do not end up in a situation like this again. And if we do, I really hope that we have the necessary tools that we need in order to get through it. And I'm talking about from having, trained, people who work with the light companies and all that stuff, like just the whole entire infrastructure. I really hope that we have definitely learned from this and able to take this and make some changes in the future with that. So I'll leave you all to that, and hopefully I'll be able to hear from some of you all. Hopefully, we can get some people from Texas who probably be able to come in and provide some more insight with that, and also as well some people from Memphis, Tennessee too. So like, listen, and subscribe, and I'll hope to share future content with you all soon again.